Yeah, if you're making 3, 5, 10K a month, yeah, your credit score matters. You should probably try to keep it as high as possible. Once you pass about 50K, the game flips, you know what I'm saying? Credit no longer dictates your life. You do. I'm gonna explain why rich people don't give a about their credit scores and why you shouldn't either, to be honest. Credit is a trap for the middle and lower class. It makes you feel powerful while you're still dependent on something else. A 750, 800 credit score just means you've listened to the system, you followed, and you paid enough interest for them to give you that rating. But it's not wealth, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just approval. You borrow to buy, you pay interest, and guess what your reward is? A slightly higher credit score and a slightly lower interest rate the next time you want to borrow money. Here's what credit's good for, right? I'm not gonna say cars, but I'll say a home. You do need a roof over your head. That is an important thing. If you need to utilize credit to get a mortgage or get approved for a house or an apartment, that's definitely one of the upsides. Your insurance premiums can be lower if you have a higher credit score, so that's a good thing. Car rentals sometime. Or when you're broke and building, you don't have that much cash on hand, but you have a good idea, definitely leverage credit, try to get your idea out the door. But again, that's my point. Once you're liquid, you have that cash, you don't need leverage anymore. You know what I'm saying? The leverage becomes optional. You use it if you feel like it's smart to use it. But at that point, it's an option. Once you pass 50K, it's an option. It's a completely different game. Now you're not asking the bank for 200 racks for a loan. Now you have the 200 racks and you're deciding what to do with it. You know, it's yours. Now you have the negotiation power. You ask for the terms. You have the power. That's not the other way around. Cash means you can just buy outright. Don't pay anything in interest. You can secure rentals by dropping 6 months up front. No problem. You can even loan out your own money privately to other people, you know what I'm saying, and make them pay you back with interest. At this point, banks don't evaluate you, you know what I'm saying, you evaluate them. You choose who you want to do business with. I'll give you an example, you know what I'm saying, let's say you want to buy a property, you know, you walk into that bank, they care more that your business nets 100 grand a month than your 620 credit score. If they see your business nets 100 grand a month consistently, they'll give you a loan forever the you want, no matter what your credit score is. As long as it's not terrible, you know what I'm saying? But if it's above a 580, 600, they're gonna give you whatever you want. When you're broke, credit is survival. When you're building, credit is leverage. And when you're rich, credit is optional. Credit is basically for when you don't have access to capital. When you are the capital or you have the capital, it's optional. You'll never hear somebody with a 7-figure plus net worth talking about credit ever, unless they're leveraging their own assets or money to take out loans to do shit with. That's the only time you'll ever hear somebody talking about credit. Once you pass 50K, you're focusing on cash flow, equity, write-offs, ownership. You start caring about your entity structuring, your asset protection. You care about your net worth, not your credit score. Y'all need to start thinking like players and not customers. The credit cycle never ends, guys. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have an 800 credit score, what's the next step? Take on more debt and more debt to prove that you're good at paying off debt. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, somebody who just focused on making money and has that cash, they're buying the same as you, faster, cheaper, and with zero stress. You know what I'm saying? Get your money up and use credit when it makes sense, not when you need it. But this is not a credit hating video, you know what I'm saying? If you're broke, build it. If you're mid-income, manage it. But once you're past 50K a month consistently, focus on assets, focus on tax strategy, and focus on control. Credit is a leash, man, and cash is freedom. Know the difference. If you need help building real cash flow or starting your path to 50K a month, book a call down below. Let's build it the right way, you know what I'm saying? If you're making fast money, you're living on borrowed time. Like, comment, subscribe. We drop a real game every 2 days. Welcome to America.